Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys could trade for $180 million franchise QB to replace Dak, analyst. The price continues to get higher for Dak Prescott's next contract, creating a potential decision for the Dallas Cowboys. Prescott is heading into the final season of a 4-year, $160 million contract. Jared Goff agreed to a new 4-year deal worth up to $212 million on May 13, 2024 in order to remain with the Detroit Lions, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. The price is only rising for veteran quarterback contract extensions. Despite all the posturing, chances are the Cowboys will eventually sign Prescott to a new deal. Yet, Dallas would be wise to have alternative options just in case a new contract is not agreed upon. USA Today's KD Drummond put together a potential list for Prescott replacement options heading into 2025. One team that has plenty of quarterbacks is the Atlanta Falcons. Four-time Pro Bowl quarterback Kirk Cousins is a name to watch next offseason if the Cowboys are suddenly in the market for a new quarterback. There's still time to make a deal, but it would be foolish to think the front office is not building contingency plans if he should walk in free agency following the season, Drummond wrote in a May 8, 2024 story titled, 8 Potential Prescott Replacements and the Penix Perpendicularity. Atlanta spent the number 8 pick on Washington QB Michael Penix, Jr., despite guaranteeing Kirk Cousins $100 million as the biggest free agency splash in the league. While they'll coexist in 2024, Cousins all of a sudden is a trade candidate next year, before he's even taken a snap in the Peach State. That adds the veteran to a lengthening list of quarterbacks who could end up wearing the star next season. Drummond categorized each quarterback possibility as either a bridge or franchise option. Cousins has the franchise category given the veteran can be more than a one-year rental. Even if an unlikely breakup happens, all signs point to the Cowboys and Prescott playing out the 2024 season together. The challenge is Prescott has a no-trade clause, so a mid-season deal would only happen if the star signed off on a move. To complicate matters even more, Prescott also has a no-franchise tag clause. This means Prescott can become a free agent next offseason, and Dallas is in danger of losing the quarterback for nothing. The Falcons may prefer to get Michael Penix Jr. onto the field sooner rather than later. Heading into the 2025 season, Cousins will have 3 seasons remaining on a 4-year, $180 million contract. Cousins is slated to have a $40 million cap hit in 2025. As an added bonus, Cousins' deal has a potential out in 2027, which would essentially mean the Cowboys would be acquiring the former Pro Bowler on a 2-year deal. Now, if the Cowboys are frustrated with Prescott's lack of postseason success, Cousins may not be the ideal replacement. Cowboys' Stephen Jones breaks silence on missing out on free agent WR. The Dallas Cowboys kicked the tires on adding veteran Zay Jones to round out the wide receiving core around quarterback Dak Prescott, but the 7-year veteran ultimately signed with the Arizona Cardinals, instead. After missing out on Jones, who put pen to paper on a 1-year deal worth $4.25 million, according to Ian Rappaport of NFL Media, Cowboys COO Stephen Jones revealed how Jones joined the ranks of free agent targets who wound up elsewhere this offseason. Anytime you got a chance to add a pro, you look at it and see, Stephen Jones said, via ESPN's Todd Archer. But we like our group. If we think somebody can improve us, we'll take a look at it. It made sense for the Cowboys to explore adding Jones, given that behind playmaker CeeDee Lamb and veteran Brandon Cooks, Dallas is looking for a reliable and consistent third option to emerge from the likes of Jalen Tolbert, rookie Ryan Flournoy, Kevontae Turpin, and Racey McMath, among others. Jones would have added a strong veteran presence, and lands in Arizona after averaging 572 and 3.5 touchdowns during his 2 seasons in Jacksonville. Stephen Jones sounds like the Cowboys are bullish about the players behind Lamb and Cooks. But, the ultimate test of Dallas confidence could come during the coming weeks and months as well as throughout training camp this summer when it comes to whether the organization ultimately adds a veteran to bolster depth at the position. Ezekiel Elliott is back in the fold but might be just one piece of the Cowboys' puzzle at running back. Elliott returns to the Cowboys after rushing for 642 yards and 3 touchdowns for the New England Patriots during a 2023 season that saw him start the final 5 games of the season. But, head coach Mike McCarthy suggests that the Cowboys might not go into the 2024 campaign without a bell cow in the backfield. "We're running back by committee," McCarthy told reporters, of Dallas' backfield and how Elliott will fit. "But I think he'll definitely play at the level that he's played, I know, in my time here. I anticipate that. I don't see any drop-off in the way he moves. He's in good shape. He's come in here, and he's picked up right where he left off." In addition to Elliott, the Cowboys will be looking for at least one complementary back to emerge from a running back room that includes Deuce Vaughn, Snoop Conner, Rico Dowdle, Malik Davis, and free agent newcomer Royce Freeman. Dallas finished last season ranked 14th in rushing offense, so it's little wonder that running back became a point of emphasis in what has been an otherwise quiet offseason for the Cowboys. "I think it's the times that we're in. 17 games is a lot of football," McCarthy said. Where does Jared Goff's $212 million extension leave Dak Prescott and Cowboys? The debate about the Dallas Cowboys' understanding of what an all-in push entails should have come to an end Monday. That's largely thanks to endless instruction from Detroit Lions ownership, which capped a series of staff and player extensions over the past 2 months with a 4-year, $212 million deal for quarterback Jared Goff. More than anything else that has happened this offseason, that Goff extension, with $170 million expected in guarantees, puts the Cowboys at a crossroads with Dak Prescott. On one path, Dallas makes Prescott the highest-paid player in NFL history at the time of his signing. On the other path, the Cowboys decline that commitment, letting Prescott enter free agency next offseason, at which point another franchise will make him the highest-paid player in NFL history. The only detour between those two avenues would be if Prescott gives Dallas a discount, signing a lesser deal than one he would draw on the open market 10 months from now. That's the unanimous opinion of multiple sources with experience in these scenarios, including team executives and prominent NFL agents who have negotiated top quarterback deals. All of whom have watched Dallas linger a step behind the market on the extensions for Prescott and wideout CeeDee Lamb. They're in the same spot Detroit was with Goff, wideout Amon-Ra St. Brown, and offensive tackle Penei Sewell, one prominent agent said Monday night. Detroit did the work and got it moving, and Dallas is just watching the prices go up. They're an entire year late on a couple deals. Added a second prominent agent of the Cowboys' growing dilemma: when in doubt, blame Jerry. That Jerry would be Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, who initially promised an all-in push this offseason, then fell back into what has effectively been a wait-and-see mode on contracts. The result has been months of roster gridlock for the franchise, aside from a smattering of cheap veteran signings after the free agent market lost steam. That has left a segment of the fan base frustrated, particularly as the window for a Prescott deal has continued to dwindle without the saving grace of other key extensions between Lamb and edge rusher Micah Parsons. All of this has lent to a sizable air of uncertainty surrounding the franchise, which lost defensive coordinator Dan Quinn this offseason and allowed head coach Mike McCarthy to enter the final year of his contract. Realistically, the Cowboys could be engaging in a rebuild of sorts next offseason, particularly if Dallas loses Prescott and declines to retain McCarthy, which would lead to a search for another franchise quarterback and an entire retooling of the coaching staff under a new head coach. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Dak Prescott? Leave your opinion in the comments.